Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMV, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about the Royal Rumble 2024, Cole Graves on commentary, and we're in St. Petersburg, Florida, and we opened it up with Hulk Hogan. Yeah, waffle, 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 brother. He starts it off, great opening and whatnot, and as we're opening the show, this big, enormous crowd and everything like that, we get Pat McAfee. Cole is happy, Graves is pissed, but he joins the team, and I love Pat McAfee. Great stuff here. And we started off with the Women's Royal Rumble. Talk about a Royal Rumble indeed. A lot of great faces, a lot of great returns. Naomi is back, and I felt the glow. Already had a sense that she was coming back because her TNA contract was coming up. She lost the championship and everything like that. And this big return, and it was emotional. Like, she got in that ring, and everyone's like, welcome back. And she just was overwhelmed, by the love of the WWE Universe being like, welcome back, you're home. As much as that's like a cliche and whatnot to a lot of folks, that, they embraced her, and she felt the magic and love. And in that, getting Jordynne Grace to be a surprise entry with the Knockout Championship was pretty surreal. Even though we had Mickie James did that once too, representing that championship, that was really cool. And it's really cool watching this stuff with my friends and family who don't watch wrestling as religiously as I do, especially these days when I do this podcast, So everything is, I was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh, Jordynne Grace, what? And my wife tells, because I have my in-laws up here and we're having a good time and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, Kyle takes this pretty serious, so get ready for the oohs and ahs. And I was like, you goddamn right. Well, man, you talk about from top to bottom, one hell of a Royal Rumble. No Sasha Banks like I was predicting, but Jade Cargill finally made her WWE debut in one hell of a way, eliminating Nia Jax, who was dominating the Rumble for a bit. Man, that she picked her up and tossed her over the rope, and Nia's face is like, OMG. And what was great is they cut to Jade, and then there's Becky, and she's like, holy shit, you know what I mean? And that was just an awesome moment. Great, awesome, fun moments. Chelsea Green has some great spots in here as well. Liv Morgan, the big return for Liv Morgan, and my girl, Tiffany Stratton, she was in the Rumble, and that made my heart warm up, and Roxanne Perez too. So hopefully, soon Tiffany will move up into the main roster, because I love me some Tiffy. I love me some Tiffy. And just shout out to all the women in the Rumble. They did a great job. I had fun from top to bottom. Nia Jax was dominating, but her getting eliminated was pretty cool. And at number 24, Valhalla came out, and then here comes Truth. The Truth's like, well, he gets in the ring. He's like, where's the man at? So we're like, well, we know what number of Truth is coming in at, but overall, great Rumble. Asuka came in. Kairi Sane was in there, but they got eliminated. But Bayley, 63 minutes and 3 seconds in this match, and Bayley won the Royal Rumble like I predicted. Now it's the matter of who will she face. Rhea Ripley, like she said before, and there's also a video of her wearing a Rhea Ripley shirt, or will she face Io Sky? I I predicted Io Sky because I feel like there will be a fallout with Bayley and Damage Control in the next month or so. And then we set up Io Sky versus Bayley. Becky Lynch, who looked really sad because she didn't win the Royal Rumble, she's going to get an opportunity at Elimination Chamber. And then she'll go on to take on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. That's my picks and predictions I did on the Monday Night Raw episode. So that's where I'm going with this. But Bayley, shout out, big one for her career. She's done it all. Now she has really done it all, especially winning a Royal Rumble. Oh, I'm so happy. Next up was the Fatal 4-Way, which I found interesting. I thought this was going to be the main event of the show, but no, they kept the Rumble as being the main event, which I think rightfully so, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the men's. But we have Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton versus AJ Styles versus LA Knight. And it was okay. I had fun. There's it was a good match for what it was. And of course, you got Solo, who interfered. And everybody out there, this is just old school heel shit, especially when it comes to factions. You know, Solo is somebody that is the heir to the head of the table. He wants to be the next tribal chief. So he has to protect the tribal chief himself. And Roman did retain, which I said would happen, because we have a story to finish. And I'm okay with Solo helping. I know a lot of people were not. I saw like, oh my God, here comes Solo. Where's Jimmy? Helping Roman, you know, and I'm just somebody that's just like, well, it is what it is, especially when it comes to being Roman being Roman. Heel, you know, a dirty bastard. He has to have some help from his family to help him retain that championship. And, you know, it's just one of those things where I was like back and forth with a couple people online. They're like, but man, this has been going on since forever in pro wrestling. You know, look at the Four Horsemen. Look how much they protected Rick and all this stuff. Like, it is what it is, but it's also, I understand the other side of like, here comes another person to help Roman. Yes. And, you know, I get it. I get it. But Roman retained. Now we can go and cheer even louder. And we'll talk about that in the men's Royal Rumble. United States Championship match is next, which I was like, oh, they couldn't flip them, but okay. Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. And I predicted Kevin Owens to win and knock out Logan Paul, which he did. But this Jeff guy was there, and Austin Theory and Grayson Waller came out, and it was all a ruse to give Logan Paul the brass knuckles so he can knock out Kevin Owens. And he was going to go for Kevin, but Kevin grabbed his hand and took the brass knuckles for himself, knocked out Logan Paul, went for the cover, kept the knuckles on. So I thought this was a clever ending where he was like 1, 2, and is about to get to 3, and the ref sees the brass knuckles and says, oh, and Kevin's like, oh, shit, I forgot. Oh, my God. Disqualifying Kevin. I was like, okay, I can look at it like this. We want to keep the Logan Paul championship reign going. We also want to keep Logan Paul strong. And Kevin had to find any means to beat Logan Paul. But what I liked on the cherry on top of all this is that Kevin still got his revenge. He put Logan Paul through the table. He beat him down. He beat the man down. So this rivalry will continue. And we will see another Logan Paul and Kevin Owens match. And we'll see Logan Paul be like, I told you Kevin had to use something, even though the brass knuckles was given to him. Okay? Oh, and Jelly Roll was here. Shout out to Jelly Roll. Jelly, jelly, jelly. And the attendance they announced, 48,044 for the Royal Rumble at this awesome arena. And my buddy Doug goes, believe those numbers are real? I was like, more real than AEW's numbers. And I was like, He's like, I don't get it. I was like, oh. But no, it AEW and their numbers. And, numbers some kind of get fibbed, but I feel this is a solid number, give or take of how many people are actually there, because that crowd was huge. Now, the Men's Royal Rumble. Here we go. Jey Uso, yeet, at number 1. And guess who's number 2? No yeet, Jimmy Uso. Talk about awesomeness, man. I really did enjoy the Men's Royal Rumble. Andrade came back at number 4. I was like, oh, baby. Andrade is back. And you talk about crazy moments with like Santos Escobar and everything like that. And Jimmy during the whole match trying to get somebody on his side. Like, hey, what's up? What's up? Huh? Come on. Nothing. And Carlito, Bobby Lashley, continuing the story with Karrion Kross after he got eliminated. And AOP comes out, and the Street Profits come out, and a big fight on the ringside and everything like that. And then Cody Rhodes comes out in 15, which I was like, interesting. Okay, all right. And we have a game we play where we pick numbers throughout the Royal Rumble. And we have a little money pot. We put in the money and everything like that, and we go, and it's pretty cool. It's a really fun thing to do with family and friends. If you ever want to do this game, write your names down, try to get it as even as possible. And you guys pick the numbers, and you write down when they come in, and write down who got eliminated, all the way down to who wins the pot, who wins the money. And we've been doing this for years, and it's still fun. So Doug got to win this one because his picks came down to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. And as soon as everybody was eliminated and it came down to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, I went and grabbed the pot of money. I was like, here, take it. He goes, we could have waited. I was like, no. I was like, these were your picks. He picked number 15 and he picked number 27. Kofi Kingston not doing anything this year. He hasn't been. So Omos's big return, with MVP walking him out. Pat McAfee was in the Rumble at 22, and he eliminated himself. His music hits, and Cole's like, yeah, you're in the Rumble. He's like, oh, okay. And he goes in there, and he gets to Omos, and he looks at Omos, and he's like, and he he gets out, and he's like, no. He comes back in, he's like, nah, and he eliminates himself, goes back to commentary, and he's like, did you see how big that guy is? Hell no, I wasn't going to face Omos, man. Such good stuff. R-Truth comes out at 24. And then he treats it like a tag match. He's like, to Dominic, he's like, come on. And Dominic's like, what the hell are you doing? Well, we got a hot tag in the Royal Rumble thanks to R-Truth. The Miz comes out. Him and Truth have a little thing. Damian Priest comes out. And I thought Damian was going to do something with that Money in the Bank tonight, but he did not. CM Punk, like I said, was at 27. Ricochet came out, and Drew McIntyre came out at 29, and Sami Zayn at 30. The Rumble was set. And it came all the way down to CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. I thought that was really freaking cool. And like in the women's, I forgot to mention, Io Sky and Rhea were watching on. And then fast forward to the Men's Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns was in the stands and one of the sky boxes. And then Seth Rollins is also, he even tweeted out a picture of the popcorn and soda he was drinking, watching the Rumble. Who are we going to, who's going to pick who? It's clear as day when Cody beat Punk and eliminated him. I love this moment so much when Punk says, I didn't wait 10 years to be beat by Dusty's kid. And as soon as he said that, I was like, this is the moment. And Cody, with all his might, eliminates CM Punk. Great moment in the Rumble, showing him that he's more than just Dusty's kid. And it's back to back. And it was funny as I was doing this, I was talking to Doug. I was like, Cody has to win this. He's like, why? I'm like, they are emphasizing. They've been talking about this on commentary. They've been bringing up the back-to-back Royal Rumble thing that Stone Cold Steve Austin. They've been saying it a lot. If you need to listen to the commentary team, folks, because they emphasize. They were like, oh, no one has won a back-to-back Royal Rumble since Stone Cold Steve Austin. They've mentioned that multiple times, and I was like, that's the key right there. That's why Cody's going to win. And they do mention it in the Rumble again over and over. And Cody Rhodes, and he doesn't fuck around. And she's giving some love to the Bucks and Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, because he got the Too Sweet and the gun and everything like that. I was like, oh, this is what he's doing this for. This is why he came back to finish a story for himself and show that he can go to the top in WWE. Of course, we got to point to the WrestleMania sign. That's a must. We all have to point. And he points at Roman. He didn't even wait. I told Doug, I was like, that would be awesome if he picked up the mic and looked at Roman while he's in that skybox and he goes, let's finish this story. Bam, dropped the mic. But he pointed at him, and Roman's like, oh, me? And I'm like, oh, so we have our main event. It's set. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the championship. But also, where does The Rock fall here? And what's funny is, like, I was so hung up on The Rock. We could get Roman and The Rock at SummerSlam. So that could be a thing. Who's the head of the table? Roman has to prove himself, so he wants to take on The Rock after losing his championship to Cody. So we'll see how we go there. Great Royal Rumble. Bada bang, bada boom. And the weekend is going to be, I think, like 6 years in a row. The theme for WrestleMania. Now up next is Elimination Chamber. And that's where I know CM Punk is going to win and then go on to face Seth at WrestleMania for his championship. And Becky's going to win her Elimination Chamber to go face Rhea. That's what it's all boiling down to. And I'm all for it. And I cannot wait for Monday Night Raw. Cannot wait at all. 5 out of 5. I enjoyed the Rumble from top to bottom. Didn't feel long. They kept me entertained. Shout out to WWE. They had a great press conference afterwards. And the sky is high now that we can move on from all the craziness from this week and just focus on finishing the story, focus on creating new stories, and just entertaining us as the WWE has been doing. And nothing but love to Triple H for taking the reins and moving WWE forward. So, and then, he's probably got a great team as well. Shawn Michaels with NXT. And, so there we go. That's it. 5 out of 5. Tell me what you thought of the show. What was your favorite entry into the Royal Rumble? Naomi's back. That made me happy, man. And Andrade coming back to a big welcome as well. So there we go. That's it. That's all. Drop your comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Introducing entrant number 2.